Hello, hockey skaters and goalies around the world. Welcome back to another edition of the Ride to the Rink. We have our friend Pete here today, and Pete is the CEO of TeamSnap, something your parents and you definitely use. Excuse me. And TeamSnap just launched a whole new thing called the Bauer Hub inside of the app, and we wanted to bring Pete on for a few minutes to talk about how excited he is about the partnership. You all know Bauer, but also talk about what's in there for you kids and maybe for your parents and your coaches too. Some really exciting content that you can watch on the way to the rink. It's in the show name. So Pete, why don't you tell the kids about what's going on with the Bauer Hub and then also what's in there, right? So they can dive into it.
Yeah, thanks, Lee. So, hey, everybody. Look, this is a really exciting partnership that TeamSnap and Bauer have come together to be able to kind of use the reach of TeamSnap, and hopefully your parents have our app on their phone. If not, they're able to download it. But sitting in that, we've created a hub with Bauer of a ton of different type of educational content coming from one of the most iconic brands and companies in this space in Bauer Hockey. And it's everything from on-ice drills to performance tips, brought to you by many hockey pros and hockey experts, really to help focus on how do you improve your experience or how do you improve your performance. And it's guidance for hockey families, girls, boys, really being able to make the game fun, but also make the game educational, right? And so as you're riding to the game here, take a peek.
Peter, I'm a new coach, and I'm really not sure of teaching a skill, and I'm a little leery of like, oh, geez, I don't want to make sure I'm using the right verbiage or using the right technique or using my hands in the right way. Like, can you just explain a little bit about, what I get when I dig in there, even as a coach or a player, and say, hey, listen, I want to learn more about passing, and I can go in there and really see the proper way to pass and really get some of the verbiage that I can use to make sure that I'm presenting this to my players the right way.
Yeah, Mike, great question. And so with our Bauer content, it's definitely much more geared towards families, towards kids, of how do we help train? What are kind of some of the skills that they can use at home to make their, hockey skills better? For the coaches, we have a great partnership with a company called Hockey Coach Vision. And in that set of content is much more diagrams, skills and drills, animations. I'm going to show up at the rink. I've got 45 minutes for my U10 hockey team, and I want to work on passing, Mike, to the point you made. Well, here's 6 or 7 drills that are in this sequence of here's basically what you should do during practice for the next 45 minutes. And I know many of us who are, volunteering and running to the rink, unfortunately, the reality is it's not like every week everybody's fully prepared. And so how do you quickly pull something up? Don't do it while driving. But for those coaches, as you're getting there, here's a list of different skills and drills. They're animated. They're fully detailed, all the language, all the verbiage. And it's also great for parents and kids to use at home as well.
Right. Peter, I have another question for you. For the kids listening, I mean, here you are, this, big CEO of a big company. We're also familiar with it, but you had to work really hard to get to where you are today. What advice would you want to give kids now, as they hit the ice, how important it is to work hard to get your goals?
Yeah. And Christy, so for all the listeners, I have 3 boys who are 7, 5, and 3. And I think one of, if not the most important thing I learned growing up, and most of it was really through some incredible coaching in the sports that I played, was that no one is going to be able to influence how you show up, right? How you show up, the presence you have, the mindset you have when you get to the rink, to the field, to the court, or what you're doing at home, right? And I knew that no matter what, whether it was through my athletic career or through my professional career, there were 2 things that I could always control. I could control what time I'm going to show up and what time I'm going to leave. And when I took that kind of athletic focus into my business career, I would turn the lights on in the office and I would turn the lights off. And I was a 24, 25-year-old kid in the office that was low man on the totem pole. I had no impact or direction on strategic decisions of the company, but I knew how to show up. And then the second is your mindset, right? Always everyday growth mindset. How do I get better? How do I learn? How do I make my team better and the people around me? And if I can instill those 2, qualities in my kids, and they get every day to see kind of what I'm doing and still working 12, 15 hours a day, even as CEO, it's not like you pull back. If anything, I'd say you push harder. I think everything's going to be a win here. And I hope everybody, takes that to heart.
Great lesson. Thank you.
It is a fantastic one. And for the kids listening, you got to take that in. Showing up on time, being there, having that growth mindset that he just said. Look, you want to be a champion, you want to be a winner. It's all about habits. It's all about the habits you put together. Winning is really, really freaking hard, kids. Okay? And if you want to win, it comes down to putting in the work that nobody sees in your character. Pete, I want to just circle one more thing back to Team Snap here because there's an exciting part of this that I want to bring up, which is one more thing too. Kids, tip for you kids listening. If you want to work on something and you really want to impress your coach, take a look at some of the coaching drills in the app too, if you can, and say, hey, coach, I'd love to work on this. Believe me, most of your coaches are going to love that you took the initiative. Now, don't show up and say, I want to do this drill tonight, because your coach probably made a practice plan. But if you want a tip, if you want to work on your game, ask your coach, can we work on some of these drills? But Pete, one more thing on the Bauer Hub. It's not just videos, right? I think a part of anything that's going to have a meaningful impact with you kids, there's got to be some interaction. So can you talk about the challenges that are coming and how that viewing this content and being part of this content is not just about watching it, it's that you can get involved too.
Yeah. So first and foremost, we hope this content is helping everyone get better and helping everybody work on their skills and drills. But we also want to be able to recognize and reward that hard work. And so we have started a challenge called the #Snap2Ice Challenge, where you can show off both your Bauer gear and your skills that you learned from our content on social media. And you can win a $1,000 or more scholarship, whether that's being used at your club or elsewhere for school. And so we urge everybody to take a look at the challenge, take a look at the content. And, we can't wait to see some of the videos that are being posted. And that's #Snap2Ice Challenge.
Kids, cool. I know you love that. I know you're going to drive all over that. So, Pete, thanks so much for joining us for a few minutes and talking with our young athletes today on the ride to the rink. I know they really appreciate it.
Likewise, Lee. Appreciate you all having me, and best of luck, guys, on the way to the rink.
There you go, kids. Remember, I say it too. Tell your parents. Share this in your Team Snap. Let the teammates know. Maybe you guys can win some of that scholarship money. That'll be cool for your team. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Ride to the Rink. For Pete, for Mike, for Christy, I'm Lee. Kids, remember, wherever you're at on your hockey journey, we believe in you. You should too. Skate hard, skate hard, have fun. We'll see you in the next episode of the Ride to the Rink. Take care, everybody.